Hello everyone, and welcome back to Basics with me, Peagrim. I thought we'd start off up here really quickly, just because I've got a couple of little updates. I think I mentioned it last time, but I've set up the pumpkin, carrot, because we got some carrots for the villagers, didn't we? And the melons that we'd got on our exploration, so I have set those up. Kept the same style of all the little interlinked platforms. Actually, the pumpkins were already done, it was just for melons and the carrots, I think. Kept the same design for both of them and for carrots with little gaps to walk through. It's working quite well, done a little bit of harvesting off screen. Had a fresh clear of some of the sheep, as you can see, because they were getting a little bit out of hand, but we have got plenty of food now, which is good. Got a little bit of backlog. And as you can see in my hand, we had some visitors overnight one night while I was just AFK and waiting for the farms and some bits to cook up. So I cleared them off, no issue. However, then the issue arose and I realised that, I don't know if you can see it up here, I've got the debuff Bad Omen, which basically means if I were to go visit the village, which is the plan for today, it would start a raid, and I am very much not fit for a raid at the moment. But, sorry, I had a cough there. Luckily, while I was stood there panicking about it, I heard a little moo in the distance. And I've had a look around to see if there's enough to set up a farm. I don't think there is. I think there is literally just this one guy somehow. But it does allow us to get some milk, drink it, and clear the status effect. So that is very, very handy for today. I also had some plans real quick, but I've actually dumped all my items away because I am a fool. Let me just grab these real quick. So we're going to make a couple of campfires, because I've noticed while I've been oot and about in the forest over here, there's a lot of wild bees coming up, like beehives spawning. So what I'm going to do, so that I don't annoy anyone, is if you put a campfire underneath, it acts a little bit like a smoker in the wild. Now, I don't know if I've got any glass to demonstrate this, but it basically makes the... No, I don't, but I do need that. It basically makes the bees a little more docile, or docile, I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced. So, as you can see here, this one's actually full of honey, which can be used to make honey blocks, which are a bit like slime blocks, among with some other things. But it allows you to collect that without actually angering the bees, because otherwise they would aggro on you and try and poison you. I think I've made way too many here, but we'll take some down to the village with us. But yeah, so they're going to be all prepped for when we come back. I'll try and grab some words. I'll try and grab some sand while we're down here. Possibly off camera between sessions, but then that'll allow us to start collecting a little bit of honey, and I think honeycomb as well, which is not used for much other than building blocks and for treating copper so that it doesn't oxidize. But you know, every little helps. Quick update in here. Little water source there, just because in case I die and I need a water bucket for whatever reason. I've put some basic supplies in here, so some water buckets. They're already in there. Some wood. I think it's just iron. Yeah, I'm going to take some of that with me, actually. A little bit of iron in there, and I've actually continued digging down. I've not got all the way to the bottom, so I won't go all the way down. But if you can see that little pink thing there, that's a little doorway to get out into that cave that we were exploring a couple of episodes back. Just because, one, I'm pretty sure there was a slime chunk in there, which will be handy later on. But also, obviously, there were a lot of materials we didn't grab. And like the mineshaft, I don't think we explored the full mineshaft. So it does allow us to get back in there and just see if there's anything we need. Other than that, off camera, what have I done? Place some of this so you can see. Leveled a bit more of this out, took down the building that was here. I have also filled in this little lake and taken down this building there. So that helps out quite a bit. Because what I think we're going to start doing is stripping down a little bit more of the terrain. Might try some time lapses or something for that, do off camera, bits like that. But we're going to start setting our perimeter. And I've decided we're not going to do just one big house, although there is going to be one big house, but we're also going to build our own little village houses because I was quite happy with this. I know it is very similar, but I was quite happy with it. And I'm thinking, what if we just take down, maybe leave some of them, so like that one, the well, because it's a focal point, something up there. But like the ones that are a bit out of reach, like those two over there, and there's a couple more up on the hill. Maybe just take them down and try and sort of migrate everyone over here. But let me dump some things. Oh, I did actually have some iron on it. Great. What did I want? Ah, that's what I wanted. Have I got enough stuff down here? I think I have. I want to make a stone cutter because I think it's going to be handy for the walls. So if you've never seen this block before, what you can do is put different types of stone in it. So normal stone, cobblestone, granite, bricks, etc. Basically any hard block. And it will actually let you cut it down into materials. But you can see here, one cobblestone becomes one wall. However, if I do it here, 6 cobblestone become... Nope, that's the wrong thing. Walls aren't too bad. It's stairs that are the main thing, I'm thinking. So I think in here, it makes 1 for 1. In here, it's 4 for 6, sort of thing. So long term, it is handy to have that. But let's get some walls made. Apologies about the village noises. You will hear them quite a bit. Man's dancing over here. So, I think I'm literally just going to start like here. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm going to sort of try and follow the terrain a little bit, but give us a little bit of space. So like there. This hill, I think I will probably destroy at some point. Just to give us a bit more padding, almost. But I basically want to make a big area with cobblestone walls, and we will eventually build up like some turrets and things like that, where villagers can sort of just roam free, and we'll give them houses. They can have their own areas, but I want them to be able to actually sort of maneuver around it at their own time, and not be like... I was going to say not be limited, but they are going to be walled in. Not be like locked into like a 10 block area, if that makes sense. And we'll put some ways in and out for us, but we won't leave any for the villagers just to keep them safe. Just because this way we can make sure the entirety of the inside is lit up as well, so that no mobs can get in. Nope, I keep misplacing these. I'm trying to leave a one block gap around the outside. This is going to look tiny on like the initial setup, but hopefully we can add to it and make it a bit better. I'm also intentionally not holding torches out as much because I want to see any dark areas so we can make sure there's some torches placed. And my plan with sort of following the terrain was hopefully make it feel a little bit more organic as well, rather than just being like a big square, which I'm not opposed to. Some places it looks really nice, but I think for a village, we probably want to try and keep it not natural, because again, we're putting up a massive wall around it, but like as close to nature as possible. Hopefully I'm not just rambling and this actually makes sense. I think I'm gonna go behind where the temporary little village hole is. And then either fill in the land or build it up a little bit more. I know they're two literally opposite things, but hopefully that makes sense. Like, dig it all out and make it clear, or pad it out to look like actual hills rather than just gaps in the terrain. Should probably bought some dirt with me, really, but oh well. This first version's not meant to be perfect anyway. It's literally just to keep them in and keep them safe. Keep them secret, keep them safe. Which is also why I'm not putting it flat against any blocks like that, because mobs can just walk over that then. Right, is this? Couple more over, and then we should be good. We will have to run around these areas and put some torches, because I don't think I've put any over here just yet. One thing I did find quite interesting about the last sort of batch of videos, last couple of sets, is just the sheer difference of how many people, not regulars, but how many like random people found the mining ones versus like the general building ones. Obviously, I know the mining ones are probably going to be more exciting, but it was just a bit of a surprise as to just the actual sheer number of like the difference in them. But I do appreciate you guys who keep coming back, and we've gained quite a few subscribers during the course of this series. So hopefully, we can keep it up and keep you all entertained. And I do appreciate everyone who's been commenting as well. Like I said, I do read all of them, so please do feel free to leave a comment before, during, or after a video. Occasionally, I want to try out the whole thing that some people do, where it's like, if you made it to this point of the video, go down to the comments and leave the word "schmegersperd" or something, and then I can be like, oh, they've stuck around until then. But also, that is a bit silly, so maybe. But if you do want to leave schmegersperd, if you can work out how to spell that, then feel free. It'll be funny. Right, I've actually made it with these walls. Okay. Right, I'm just going to run around and light up the far extremities a little bit. Definitely going to have to bring some dirt and patch some of this up. Like, this bit I'll probably level out to like here and then drop it down. But obviously, like, these holes I'm just going to fill in a little bit. Right, I am quite... Hello? You come to join the village, sir? Normally I just kill them, but I think if I kill them, I'll actually risk losing trade to people. That's quite good. I don't have any emeralds, though. Oh, one update as well. These guys definitely have been breeding. Can't really show you. I'm considering adding a free cam mod that will literally... You can see where... words! You can see what... Through, like... I can go third person and like fly around and stuff, a bit like Spectator. Obviously, I'd only use it for showing stuff off, a bit like the Zoom. But obviously, I know that one's pushing a bit too close to the cheaty side, so that's more a matter of if you guys are okay with it or not. So let me know about that. But yeah.